In the previous video, I talked about John's older brother George, and here he is. I'm not sure, he was at least a few years older than John, and he was into training even before John was. Here's some pictures of John when he was a teenager still. I think he was 18 in this picture right here. And you can see the genetics are already starting to show up for what would happen. His older brother had a subscription to this magazine, which was Milo's version of Strength and Health in the early days, and they had ads. And this ad struck George's fancy, and he ended up getting that course. And his friends got these other courses, which were Earl Lederman courses, and of course Charles Atlas, which we've all seen these ads in countless magazines. Started way back then. But ultimately, the barbell set right here is the one that George ended up getting, and the one that John ended up working out with. John described using the Milo system, which at the time was very heavy on reps for lower body stuff. In fact, they suggested starting with 20 reps, and then every third workout adding 2 reps until you get up to 40. When you get there, then you add 5 or 10 pounds, go back to 20, and start the cycle over, which John did. But then he developed his own plan where he would warm up with 15 to 20 reps still, and then he just kept increasing the weight. He would pyramid up, decreasing the reps until he got up to a heavy triple, and that became his routine for a while. Now, by the time John was 23, you can see in this one picture, he was already being used in ads for in the Strength magazine. And there was one particular one where there was a book, and he was featured in that. In 1935, there was like right on the inside cover, there he is on the left, and then on the right, John, and you could see he was in tremendous condition already, and at this time he's 25 years old. So in the last video, we were getting into his contests. He had won the 39 Perfect Man, the 40 Mr. America, 41 Mr. America, and then 46 the most muscular man in America, which is kind of hard to find much on for some reason. And then in 48, he won the Mr. Universe, and that was up against Steve Reeves, so that was quite a win. 49, Mr. USA once again. Actually, I misspoke on the 49. It was actually Mr. USA, not Mr. America again, and that was his last major contest, the Mr. USA in 1949, at which point he was 39 years old. Now, we mentioned earlier that John was really into squats, and in fact, a guy who kind of discovered him, which was Sig Klein. John walked into his gym when he was 22 years old, and he was quite the specimen, and everybody's eyes just kind of popped out. And Sig asked him to, show him something. So ultimately, he decided he put 185 pounds on his shoulders and started doing squats. But he didn't just do regular squats. He actually he was using plyometrics way back then. He went all the way down and full squat, deep squat, came out, jumped like 10 inches off the ground, and he continued to do like 12 reps with that weight. Now, as we mentioned in the first video, by the time John was in his mid-late 30s, he was writing for Strength and Health regularly, had a column in there, and maintained himself in really good condition. Even into his old age, he was squatting, 400 pounds for reps when he was in his 70s, reportedly, and could do partials with like 600 and something. We're going to get into more of that and more of his training articles, his own personal training and stuff like that in the next one, which I think will probably be the last one. Will be part 3. So again, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Stay tuned, and we'll hit you with the next one soon. Thanks for watching.